Hello, this is the My Artifact episode number 3518. Today's date is August 4, 2025. It's been almost like a morning at 8:57 a.m. Alright, should we ask a bunch of kind of like a psychological question? Yeah, I'm actually asking bunch of psychological question, specifically the test of interpersonal relationship by Timothy Leary. Okay, who is a Timothy Leary? He's kind of like a somebody relationship expert, something. I'm not really sure who is that fucked up person, but by the way, he suggests some sort of kind of a question, and if we ask those questions, we might kind of like understand myself better. So yeah, all right. Let's ask first. People say you are selfish. I think so because I am a selfish. Yeah. People say you are frank. Okay, what is a frank? Frank means like a probably like a easy to something, like basically like a most of people says na he's really frank. Probably like just understand. लोग कहते कि आप स्पष्टवादी है. Oh, am I स्पष्टवादी? I think so. Yeah, like whatever I just inside in myself, I just blunt it out. Okay, yeah, just स्पष्टवादी. Yeah, probably. What say you are often unfriendly? People say you are often unfriendly. Are you unfriendly? What's unfriendly? Unfriendly means like that ki you are not taking the responsibility as a friend. Um, well, probably is this thing that ki unfriendly, like basically is this thing. Yeah, I like for me, friendship is really essential. I do have a lot of friends, and it kind of like doesn't matter to me almost. But sometimes now there is a time that we I don't really have time to spend and something like that. So probably it's not that key. Sometimes work is so much essential that I don't really have time to spend with my friends. So should I say unfriendly? Well, uh, from my point of perspective, I'm kind of like a somebody showing as friendly perspective, but I don't know. People say you are often unfriendly. Probably, I think so. Shayad. Okay, yeah, because yeah, might be, but it's not that kind of like a somebody that I am unfriend or things like that. I have a lot of friends and I have kept value in them. So, but yeah, I'm trying to tell the people perspective. So yeah, I think so. Next, what people say you are embittered. Bitted. What's embittered? What's embittered? Let me understand. लोग कहते हैं कि आप कटू आहे. What's कटू? लोग म्हणतात की तुम्ही रागावला आहात. Okay, तुम्ही रागावला आहात. Kind of like somebody angry or things like that. Are you that kind of like a person? Embittered? I don't think so. I'm not really that ragavna or katu or no, I don't think so. Yeah, like if I'm getting a little bit of angry, I just angry towards myself regarding about whatever the choice do I make and things like that. But sometimes I get angry, I just kind of like a something like a escape from everything and kind of like a release all my anger towards empty, and then I will kind of like calm myself and then. But people say you are embittered in front of them, not. People say you like to complain. I don't think so because I usually prefer that like I don't really do that much complain. Yeah, that much. Like basically I do have kind of like some sort of issues, but probably complain is no. I don't know. Yeah, probably like I don't do that much complaint. Probably I think so. Yeah, I don't think so that I would do that complaint things like that. People say you are jealous. Yes, I do jealous. Yes, yeah. People say you remember grieveness for long period of time. Okay, what's the grieveness? I don't really understand what exactly is this thing. Let me translate. लोग कहते कि आप शिकायतें लंबे समय तक याद रखते. Oh no no no, I don't think so. No no. People say you tend to be self incrementing. What's a self incrementing? like why am I like, do I not really understand English? Okay, every time I try to kind of like a translate, लोग कहते हैं कि आप स्वयं को दोषी ठहराने को प्रवृत्त रखते हैं. Yes, I do kind of like a blame myself regarding about action that I did. So yeah, people say you are shy. Am I shy? I don't think so. Am I shy? Okay, no, I'm not. People say you are uh, entitled, entated. Sorry, entated. Unititad. It's like these English are kind of like something that I'm not really understanding it. Okay, let me explain. लोग कहते हैं कि आप अशिक्षित हैं. अशिक्षित? Like, is it अशिक्षित? Like basically they might gonna mention uneducated. लोग म्हणतात की तुम्ही अज्ञानी आहात. Are you अज्ञानी? Are you intended? Am I not that much? Okay, yeah. Like basically I talk wisely when I have topic to talk, but if I don't really have any topic to talk, or if I don't really have any kind of like a something experience regarding about topic, I try to shut up myself. So people say you are entitled. I don't think so. Yeah, I like I'm little bit. I'm not like from education point, from practical point of perspective. Well, I just did engineering diploma. Okay, from that point of perspective, if you are thinking like that, then I might be kind of like a somebody entated. Okay, yeah. But like basically, I learned a lot of things from the real life and things like that. And but from people point of perspective, are you entitled? Like, I don't think so. Yeah, like no, not. People say you are inoffensive. Inoffensive means like that ki not inoffensive. Let me understand this. लोग कहते कि आप आपत्तिजनक नहीं है. आपत्तिजनक नहीं है. लोग म्हणतात की तू निरुपद्रवी है. निरुपद्रवी आहेस. What's a nirupadravi? It's a kind of like a something that ki offensive means like that ki like eager to fight. Okay, yeah. Inoffensive means opposite to that, not eager to fight. Okay, yeah. So you are inoffensive is not eager to fight. I think so. I probably am trying to avoid the fight as much as I could possibly, because I think most of the problem is actually solved when we talk to each other. So yeah. People say you are not independent. I think so, because I am not independent, because I'm still living with my parents and still not earning any money. So I think so, I am not independent. People say you like to obey. I think so, yeah. I like not the obey that you think it is, okay, but kind of like a something that ki like basically regarding about the career choices, I take my own decision. Okay, yeah. But regarding about going to the trip or kind of like a some place this thing, then I would do obey probably, yeah. But do I like to obey? I think so, yeah. But besides my career choices, because I have to take the kind of like a decisions regarding about my career choices. So yeah, in that particular situation, I will not gonna obey and things like that. Yeah, but regarding about others, I do obey. Yeah. People say you allow other to make decision. I don't think so. Yeah, like basically I'm not kind of like a person that other people are actually make decision for me. Like basically before 2020, people actually make decision for me, and it kind of like a cripple me from inside, and I realized that it's really fucked up. But then I kind of like a stand for myself and kind of like a do the things by my own. And then yeah, so probably is this thing like I am not kind of like a let someone allow to kind of like a take decision for me, not even my parents and things like that. No, I will take my decision by myself. So yeah, so people say you are not allowed to make a decision. I don't think so. Okay, yeah, I don't think so. People say you easy to get into trouble. I don't think so, because I usually try to avoid the trouble, but sometimes trouble is a part of the nature and things I get, but mostly I don't really get that much trouble. People say you are easily influenced by friend. Are you? I don't think so because, yeah, like basically, is this friends are really essential part of my life. It kind of like gives me happiness and things like that. Okay, yeah. But probably is this thing na ki I do understand that ki what is actually importance, not just friend but other like a career are also really essential part of too. But usually is this thing I don't really influence that much easily from my friends. No, I don't think so. People say you are ready to trust anyone. Are you that person who trust anyone? Uh, Regarding it depends on kind of like a something that ki uh, what is exactly am I trusting? Okay, like basically is this saying that ki if the someone is actually if the kind of like a something I am going somewhere and I don't know what exactly place and I'm kind of like asking for a direction and actually someone actually giving the direction. I trust that person. Okay, yeah, because the kind of like a something the kind of like a stuff that I am putting in front of them, it's kind of like a something very common, casual, and things like that. Basically, trust is a kind of like a something is this thing. It's depend on the what is actually topic or what is actually the question or what is actually the answer would be. Okay, yeah. If the kind of like answer is really casual, like asking for direction or kind of like a something is this thing, can I park my car here or can I park my bike here or things like that, it's very common and casual and I might kind of like a trust that thing. But if that particular topic is regarding about the secrecy and things and something like that, I would prefer to such a person who I knew it from very beginning of the time, or I knew that that person is kind of like a credible person, that person can keep my secret and things like that. So regarding about trust, can you trust anybody? It depends on kind of like a topic and things like that, but I'm not kind of like a trust anyone like that much easily. Okay, yeah, I do kind of like a something take their opinion, but nah, I'm just yeah, I don't think so. People say everyone favor you indiscriminately. Okay, what is exactly indiscriminately? Indiscriminately means like that ki I'm not really sure what exactly is this thing indiscriminately. लोग कहते हैं कि हर कोई आपका अंधाधुंध पक्ष लेता है. ओ, अंधाधुंध अंधाधुंध पक्ष लेता है मीन्स लाइक दैट कि like basically is this thing कि people are just kind of like a take your side, okay, all the time. um like is it actually happened? No, not really. Like people don't really take my side or I don't know. Yeah, it didn't really happen with me. I usually kind of like a somebody till my life I am kind of like a somebody part of the group or part of the people and things like that. Okay, yeah. But if the no, I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, people don't really take my side probably. Yeah, it actually like a basically why does people actually take the side is kind of like a somebody depend on multiple reason. Na? Like a basically have you like a basically is this thing people take your side is because of that key when you did something good in your life. Okay, like a basically you did something really better and then people will follow and things like that. Then yeah, people will take your side, but like if you didn't really achieve anything in your life, why does people will gonna take your side? Definitely not. I don't think so. People say you are sympathize with everyone. Okay, yeah, what's a sympathize? Sympathize means like that कि you are kind of like a something connect with their emotions and things something like that probably. Let me understand. लोग कहते हैं कि आप सबके प्रति सहानुभूति रखते हैं. Am I that person सहानुभूति रखते हैं? I think so. Yeah, I would do kind of like a something sympathize, but I do sympathize. Yeah, it's not really that key like, but not the way that you think it is, but something that key. Yeah, I do have little bit sahanubhuti to people probably, but little bit, not too much or not too less. It's kind of like something in between. People say you forgive everything. Yes, I do kind of like a simply forgive everything. What exactly happened? It's happened. It happened. Let's just move forward. I'm focused on future, not in the past. People say you have an excess amount of sympathy. Oh, excess amount of sympathy means like that. Ki sahanubhuti, right? People say you have excess amount of sympathy. Let me understand little bit better. लोग कहते हैं कि आप में सहानुभूति की अधिकता है. नो, आई डोंट थिंक सो. आई डोंट रियली हैव दैट मच सहानुभूति. ओके, पीपल से यू आर Manganese tolerant of shortcoming. Okay, people say you are why the fuck is this kind of like a something question? It's a kind of like a something very uh, something that कि I don't know. लोग कहते हैं कि आप उदार है, कमियों के प्रति सहनशील है. ओके, इट्स टू मच हिंदी. ओके यार. लोक मानतात की तुम्ही उदार आहात, कमतरता सहनशील आहात, उदार आहात. इट्स लाइक dude, it's they are kind of like a mention very much kind of like a some very big word. Am I that kind of like a udar and things and something like that for someone else? Not that much probably. Okay, like yeah, I do kind of like a little bit selfish regarding about my choices and things like that. I do accept that thing. And udar tinta and things like that, I it's in between. It's not really too much, it's not really too less, it's just in between. Yeah. People say you are prioritizing. No, sorry, patronizing. 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 What's a patronizing? Like this is the first time I'm kind of like a something getting those English word. I kind of like speak a little bit of English. I do know a little bit English words too, but still. लोग कहते हैं कि आप संरक्षणवादी है. ओके, लेट मी एक्सप्लेन इवन बेटर. लोग म्हणतात की तुम्ही आश्रय देत आहात. ओ, आश्रय देत आहात. Are you that kind of like a person? Are you giving someone ashray or things like that? Ashray. Ashray means kind of like some sort of support in things and something like that. Are you that person? I think so. Yeah, I do little bit something that if that kind of like a somebody ashray doesn't really come in between me and my target, then I would do that. I think so, probably. Okay, yeah. People say you are strive for success. Okay, strive means like that, like basically eager for success. I think it would be probably. Let me understand. लोग कहते हैं कि आप सफलता के लिए प्रयास करते हैं. Yes, I do all the time. People say you expect admiration from everyone. I don't think so. Like I don't really think that people will admire and things like that. I'm not kind of like expecting any kind of like admiration from other. I don't think so. People say you give order. I don't really give order and things like that. I haven't really given anyone order in my life. So yeah. People say you are despotic. Despotic means like that kind of like a desperate probably. Wait, let me understand. Like why I'm kind of like somebody understand this question every time, because I don't want to kind of like something that ki something that ki लोग कहते कि आप निरकुश है. निरकुश means like that कि लोग म्हणतात की तुम्ही निरकुश आहात. Means like despo. Are you despo? I don't think so. I am not really that much despo and things like that. People say you are people say you are a snob and you judge people by the rank and affluence. Okay. I wanted to kind of like understand this question a little bit better so that I would give the answer very much properly. Okay, so that's some kind of like somebody understand the question very much better first, then I give the answer. लोग कहते हैं कि आप घमंडी है और आप लोगों का मूल्यांकन पद और संपन्नता के आधार पर करते हैं. Okay, that's really good. Okay, that's really hard choices. Okay, yeah. First of all, am I ghamandi? Regarding about my time, yes. Okay, yeah. Like basically is this thing for me, one of the most valuable thing is that ki my time, and I would kind of like make sure that ki I utilize my time to kind of like make my work and kind of like make me happy and things like that. So should you say should you selfish? Yeah, I'm selfish. Should you say ghamand? Like I don't really have that much ghamand. Okay, what's a ghamand? Ghamand means like an arrogant attitude or things like that. I'm not really that have kind of like a things like that. Okay, yeah. But do you judge people according to the rank and things like that, according to the rank and kind of like a things? I think yes, I am. Like basically, is this thing that I would not take any kind of like some suggestion from just a random guy. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that suggestion that I'm getting, that person should supposed to be kind of like a somebody respected, or kind of like a somebody rank, or kind of like a somebody a person that kind of like had some sort of values. Okay, yeah. So are you ghamandi? I think yes, I am ghamandi. I am selfish. I do know that, and I judge. Okay, judge. Like basically, it's kind of like a somebody judge. Like I'm talking about a judging. No, I'm not judge the people according to rank and things like that. Okay, yeah. I'm thinking that every person is kind of like a somebody very important and essential part of the life and things like that. Okay, yeah. But I would, if I wanted to work with the people, then I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna work with such a people who is kind of like a rankful and kind of like a somebody that valuable person. But regarding about judge, do you judge people uh according to the kind of like a somebody every possible way and things like that? Like I think so, yeah. Like basically I am ghamandi, that is for sure, and I do judge. I only judge, yeah, only judge, but not just act. Like basically I am make sure that I act everyone with kind of like a somebody a common way, that I act with the rich person and poor person in the same way. But I do judge in my mind, so I think so I do that thing. Next, people say you are uh condescended. What's a condescended? What's a condescended? Wait, let me understand what exactly is this thing. लोग कहते हैं कि आप घमंडी है. I think so, yes, I am घमंडी. Okay, yeah. People say you are selfish. I am selfish, yes. People say you are cold. Cold means like that ki, basically you didn't really affect of anything or any emotions and things like that. Are you that? Let me understand the meaning of cold, then I will give the proper answer, because it's not the kind of like somebody just a kind. Let me understand what is actually meaning of cold. लोग कहते हैं कि आप ठंडे हो. हिंदी ट्रांसलेशन. लोग कहते हैं कि आप ठंडे हो. Dude, it's not about the ठंडे, it's about kind of like a something the Google is really fucked up. Okay, he don't really understand what is actually meaning of cold. Okay, the cold means like that ki you are cold means like that a kind of like a something ice cold. Okay, yeah, it does not really impact any of those. Like basically just a liquid, like a liquid are kind of like a something that ki it's not cold, it's a kind of like a change its shape and size according to the shape of the kind of like a something mold and things like that. So it's kind of like a something, our emotions are kind of like that, like our emotions are kind of like a something change according to the mold and things like that. But if someone person are kind of like a really cold, means like that kind of like a ice cold, like a frozen ice, they don't really shape their shape and size according to the kind of like a mold and things like that. So are you that kind of like a cold? I think so, I am that cold, yeah. And yes, it's because of that ki I probably is this thing that ki yeah, I do cold. Okay, like basically if someone like I don't know. I think I don't know how do I supposed to explain. But the one thing for sure is that am I cold? I think I am. Yeah, I think I am cold person. Okay, yeah. People say you are sarcastic, mocking. Okay, like you are kind of like a sarcastically mocking someone else. Okay, sarcastically mocking means like a teasing, right? Like do I understand what exactly is this thing? Okay, let me understand. लोग कहते हैं कि आप व्यंगात्मक है, मजाक उडाते हैं. आप व्यंगात्मक है और मजाक उडाते. इट्स टू मच हिंदी. लोग म्हणतात की तुम्ही व्यंगात्मक आहात आणि थट्टा करतात. Well, first of all, I don't really mock anyone. Okay, yeah, probably is this thing that ki not really, I don't really mock anyone. Okay, like one of my friend who is kind of like a mocking everyone, and he feels really good when he mocks someone. And I don't really have that kind of like a mocking and things like that. No, nothing at all. I don't really think so. I do kind of like a mocking. People say you are angry and cruel. I don't think so. I'm not really angry and cruel. People say you are often get angry. No, I don't really think so. I'm not really get that much angry. People say you are insensitive and indifferent. Insensitive means like that you are not sensitive towards the emotions and things like that. Well, I took the decision regarding about the practical point of perspective and future point of perspective, and what is actually value in their life that I will get in the future and things like that. Sensitive usually depends on emotions and things like that. Okay, yeah, I'm really not that kind of like a sensitive guy. Okay, yeah, and no, I don't really think so. I'm not that kind of like a something like insensitive. Are you? People say you are insensitive. I think so. I'm kind of like a little bit insensitive. Yeah, probably. People say you are vindictive. Okay, what's a vindictive? Let me let me clarify what exactly is this thing. लोग कहते हैं कि आप प्रतिशोधी है. What's a प्रतिशोधी? लोक म्हणतात की तुम्ही सूड घेणारे आहात. ओ सूड घेणारे विंडिक्टिव्ह. What's a vindictive means like that ki like a basically this thing is something is actually happened, like someone did something to you or someone said something to you, and you wanted to kind of like a something, like basically someone is kind of like insult you, and basically you also want to do kind of like insult him. Are you that kind of like a only person that you just kind of like a something take revenge and things like that? Revenge is a really nice word. Probably not. Okay, yeah, because I am not spending my energy on time on something where I'm just take revenge. Okay, yeah, I just like if the someone is kind of like a mocking or things like that, I just ignore that thing. Okay, yeah, because it's a kind of like a something easy and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, taking revenge and things like that, it's kind of like a something, I don't know. I'm not really into that thing. Okay, yeah. So am I? People say you're vindictive. I don't think so. I'm not really that vindictive. People say you are imbound with spirit of contradiction. Okay, that's a kind of like a, something the word that they mentioned, the imbound and kind of like a something contradiction. It's okay. Let me translate this thing. ओके लोग कहते हैं कि आप विरोधाभास की भावना से ओत ओतप्रोत है. ओ माय गॉड, ओत. I'm living in India and this is the first time I'm kind of like heard this Hindi. ओके मराठी वुड बी इवन मोर कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. लोग म्हणतात की तुम्ही विरोधाभासाच्या भावनेत ओतप्रोत आहात. ओ माय गॉड. Okay, what I know about this thing. Okay, virodhabhas, oath-prot means like that excessive and things like that. Okay, yeah, people say you are imbounded with the spirit of contradiction. लोग म्हणतात की तुम्ही विरोधाभासाच्या भावनेत ओतप्रोत आहात. I still not really understand. This is kind of like a somebody what is actually meaning. Let me understand what is actually meaning is this thing. It's still not really, the Google is actually really fucked up. It's kind of like a showing me kind of like a somebody multiple result and things like that. What I know regarding about the oath proof and things like that, like a kind of like a something like that कि लोग कहते हैं कि आप विरोधाभास की भावना से ओतप्रोत है. विरोधाभास, व्हाट्स अ विरोधाभास? अ विरोधाभास मीन्स लाइक दैट कि like basically something is wrong. Okay, yeah, and you are really oath-prot. What's the oath-prot? Okay, yeah, like still not really understand the things. Is it, should I go to the chat GPT? Probably chat GPT is kind of like a giving me like लोग कहते हैं कि people say you are full of contradiction, like a जटिल हो और इंसान वह कहता है अगर वो आप in English in simple language. Okay, yeah, sure, here's the meaning. You say do things that don't match each other. For example, you might say one thing but do something totally different. Oh, that is, okay, the meaning of this question is very different. Okay, yeah, okay, like first of all, okay, first of all let me understand, like basically ChatGPT is actually kind of like a giving me very proper answer regarding about this. Let me copy and let me understand this question first. Okay, yeah, people think you are always like to argue or disagree even when it's not needed. People think you always like to argue. I'm not really argue that person, or disagree when it's not needed. Okay. Like basically, when you are imbounded with the spirit and things like that, it's a kind of like a things that you are kind of like a simply argue when it's not needed. Do you do that? I don't really think so. I don't really do any kind of like a argument and things like that. Okay, yeah. If the particular topic does really require to need to argue and things like that, in that particular time I do argue, but most of the times I am not do the argument and things like that. No, nothing like at all, because basically when you do argument, it kind of like a creates something not good thing, like it went to kind of like a somebody harsh word and things like that. It leads to some things also. I try to avoid the argument as less as could possible, but if the topic does really require kind of like argument and things like that, then I do that. Okay, yeah. Also, I think about other people mindset too. People say you are stubborn. Okay. People say you are stubborn means like that ki like basically stubborn means लोग कहते हैं कि तुम जिद्दी हो. I think so, yeah. I do kind of like a little bit ziddy regarding about my choices and things like that. So yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm do stubborn. People say you are uh, incredulous and suspicious. Okay, what's incredulous and suspicious? Let me understand this kind of like a simply translate and हिंदी. लोग कहते कि आप अविश्वासी और शंकालु है. अविश्वासी एंड शंकालु. Am I that avishwasi and shankalu? I don't really think so. Like I don't really kind of like a shuck anybody or things like that. Okay, probably, but I am not really that kind of like a some suspicious person. No, not really that much. I don't think so. Okay. People say you are timid. Timid. Every time I just have to kind of like a something every words what is actually meaning of that. Okay, yeah, like what is actually meaning, like do I not really understand the English? लोग कहते हैं कि तुम डरपोक हो. Oh, am I that डरपोक? I don't think so. I'm not डरपोक. I'm not coward. People say you are blushful. Okay, what's a blushful? What is actually the blushful? What the fuck is this? People say you are blushful. What is actually meaning of the blushful? लोग कहते हैं कि आप शर्मीले हैं. Why are they using so much very like probably is this thing you should supposed to be put the shy na. Okay, yeah, like a blushful. Instead of blushful, just put the shy. Like most of people resonate that thing. Just blissful. Okay, yeah, like let's just say shy. People say you are shy. I don't think so. I'm not really shy. Okay, yeah. Why this kind of like a some common question make it kind of like a something so much? People say you are excessive willingness to obey. I don't think so. People say you are spineless. Okay, spineless means like that ki like you don't really have any kind of like a simply core root probably. Am I correct? Let me clarify myself. Am I correct or not? Okay, yeah. Spineless means like that कि yeah, it's kind of like a somebody लोग कहते हैं कि आप रीढ़ विहीन है. रीढ़ विहीन या spineless, yeah. What is actually spineless? A spineless means like that कि you don't really have any kind of like a something. You just fluctuate so easily. Okay, yeah. You don't really have any kind of like a something that कि a rigid thing that you wanted to like. I don't know, like basically is this thing, have you ever seen some sort of people who are just kind of like a something change their direction, thoughts and kind of like a something life with other people influence and things like that? It's because of that ki they don't really have any purpose. But dude, why are you kind of like a somebody talk about that stuff? Like are you that spineless? Just talk about. No, I don't think so. I'm not really that spineless. Okay, yeah. People say you rarely object anyone. Okay, rarely object anyone. What's a rarely object anyone? Like basically you are kind of like only objectifying someone else probably. Let me translate this kind of like a something. लोग कहते हैं कि आप शायद ही कभी किसी से आपत्ति रखते हैं. आपत्ति रखते हैं. आपत्ति रखते हैं. What's a आपत्ति? लोग म्हणतात की तुम्ही क्वचितच कोणावर आक्षेप घेता. Oh, objectification, like basically you are kind of like a something that keep pointing finger to someone else, that key you did this thing, that. Are you that kind of like a person? I don't really think so. Yeah, no. People say you are obsessive. I am obsessive regarding about my career, regarding about the regarding about my career. I'm bitterly obsessive, but other than that, I'm not. Okay, yeah. So what should I say? Should I say obsessive? Like in real life, I'm not really that much obsessive. I don't really think so. I'm not that much obsessive. People say you love to be taken care of. People say you love to be taken care of. I think so, because I think that the definition of the love is kind of like a somebody care. Okay, probably. Just let me understand this question little bit better. लोग कहते हैं कि आपको देखभाल पसंद है, आपकी देखभाल या आप देखभाल कर रहे हैं, बट स्टिल आपको देखभाल पसंद है. No, I don't really like people that they are taking care of me. Okay, I would kind of like take care of myself very much properly. So yeah, people say you are overly gullible. Okay, yeah. What's a gullible? What is exactly the gullible? I think that let me understand what is exactly the gullible. लोग कहते कि आप बहुत भोले हैं. Oh, am I भोला? No, I'm not भोला. I don't think so. I'm not भोला. People say you try to get everyone's approval. No, I don't think so. Like if I wanted to do things, I just do it regarding about my career and things like that. But other than that, do I take any approval? No, I don't really think. No, I'm not really take someone's approval. People say you agree with everyone. Regarding about fun activity, yes. Regarding about the career, no. But do I agree with everyone? Like basically, yes. Sometimes I do agree with everyone, because I don't want to be kind of like simply go against the flow and things like that. Okay, I do want to kind of like a part of the crowd and things like that. So yeah, people say you agree with everyone. I think so, yes. People say you are always friendly. I think so, yeah. People say you love everyone. Love everyone, not know everyone. I don't think so. I'm love everyone. No. People say you are too considering to. You are too considering to other. People say you are too considering to other. What is actually too considering to other? Let me understand what is actually meaning of it. लोग कहते हैं कि आप दूसरों के प्रति बहुत अधिक कृपालु है. Oh, कृपालु. No, I don't think so. I am not really that much कृपालु person. People say you try to console everyone. I don't think so. Console means like that कि control it, probably. Okay, like this is what is it now? Like basically meaning of console means like that, try to control everybody. Is it exactly is this thing? Let me understand. लोग कहते हैं कि आप किसी को संवादना देने की कोशिश करते हैं. संवादना. लोक म्हणतात की तुम्ही सर्वांना सांत्वन. ओके, सांत्वन देण्याचा प्रयत्न करतात. सांत्वन देण्याचा, like do I do सांत्वन? सांत्वन means like that की kind of like somebody giving the advice and things like that. Are you that kind of like a person? I'm not giving the advice. I don't really think so, you know. People say you take care of other to the determine of yourself. Determined of yourself, to the determined of yourself. Like you are actually taking care of somebody is because of you are determined to yourself. Are you that kind of a person? Wait, let me. लोग कहते हैं कि आप दूसरों की देखभाल करने में अपना नुकसान करते हैं. Yeah, I think so. I did like sometimes, but like before the 2020. Okay, yeah, but after that I just realized what is actually my career choices and things like that, and then I'm bitterly selfish regarding about my choice and things like that. But खुद का नुकसान कर देते हैं. I was that person, but right now I'm not. Okay, so basically I'm giving the answer from right now point of perspective. I don't think so. Okay, yeah. People say you spoil people with excessive kindness. I don't think so. I don't really give that much kindness. You passed the one test. Okay. Oh, basically, I complete my test. Okay, all my achievements. Okay, yeah. Achievement unlock, add banner, and okay, but what is actually my report? Okay, they didn't really mention the report. Okay, yeah. Okay, they mentioned the report. Okay, yeah. So basically, is this thing uh, authoritum scale? Okay, from the authorized point of perspective, they are actually giving me 8 out of 16. Okay, means I'm confident, I'm being persistent, can be good at mentor and organizer, has the priorities of leader. Okay, yeah, look, that is really good, that is really good. Okay, yeah. Okay, these are kind of like a things that they mention. Okay, selfness scale, there are, okay, in the selfness scale I get 12 out of 16. Okay, yeah. There are selfish trait and focus on oneself, inclined to the rivalry. Oh, okay, yeah, like that is like basically on the selfish scale they are kind of like a mention you are selfish trait, like you have quality of selfish trait. Do I have that? Yes, I have. Aggression scale, like how much aggression do I have? 16 out of 8. Energetic, persistent type, characterized by the tendency and stubbornness. Okay, yeah, like these are kind of like the energy that I have. They mention this thing. Um, Suspicion scale. Okay, yeah. In the suspicion scale means like that ki how does you are kind of like a suspicious probably. Okay, they kind of like a giving me 3 out of 16. Critical both to all phenomena of social reality. Okay, yeah. uh Stubbornness scale. Okay, they are actually kind of like somebody giving me these kind of like somebody rating subordination scale. Subordination, what is actually subordination scale? They actually giving me 8 out of 16. They mention that the characteristic of compliment, modest and timid personality does not differ in the opinion, quickly obedient, fulfill their duties, prefer to restrain emotion. Okay, yeah. Dependency scale, how much do I dependent? 8 out of 16. All right. Trusting and conforming type. Okay, yeah. Inclined with the trust other and admire them, differs in softness and politeness. Okay. On friendliness scale, okay, yeah, 11 out of 16. This type of characterized by the focus on social acceptance and approval. This type of person tries to be suitable for everyone without taking into account the particular situation, friendly and accommodating towards other. Among the defense mechanism, uh, repression and suppression and pandemic emotion, ability is a characteristic, and hysterical type of characters is possible. Okay, they are kind of like mention very bigger words. Don't really understand what is the meaning of that, but the friendliness scale I'm getting 11 out of 16, so that is good. Okay, yeah. um uh altruistic scale, they actually giving me 8 out of 16. This type of characteristic, selfness and responsiveness, responsible for other people, shows them responsiveness and compassion, soft, delicate and caring. Okay, yeah. Okay, so these are kind of like something giving me report regarding about the choices do I make. Okay, by the way, it's really good, it's really kind of like something that key, like asking this question and understanding myself in much more better way to kind of like something. Yeah, it is good, it is really good. Okay, yeah. Like basically I'm not really sure that ki, like basically this test is kind of like a something they actually giving me a pass test. Okay, I'm really passed in this particular test, but yeah, it's really good to know. Okay, yeah. By the way, there are multiple tests, by the way. Okay, I wanted to kind of like understand myself regarding about all the possible scenario, that what would I do, and kind of like asking this question to understand myself better. All right, yeah. There are multiple tests and I will do that test in artifact episode. Definitely I'm gonna do that. Okay, right, yeah. This is it, I should supposed to be end here, and thank you.